Hey there, YouTube, back at it again. Still got some stuff to do on here. Um, Still got to weld the little brackets here, these little trusses to the sway bar brackets, but I figured I'd leave them to last. I'm going to try and figure out these lower control arm brackets, and I figured out, according to another website's instructions, kind of how they're supposed to go. They're supposed to go in there something like that. Figured out which side was left and right, and yeah, they're supposed to like angle inward just a little bit. So I'm gonna tack these on here where I think they're supposed to go, and yeah, just wing it, I guess. Best, follow the instructions best I can, but it's a little chilly out here. Sun's being covered up by the clouds, so I might go and throw another layer on so I can stay warm, but I'll bring you back after a bit. Well, first, I might end up having to cut into this cast, and in order to be able to move this over. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I can do that if I have to. Figure I'll probably have to cut into it to right there, that right in line with that webbing, and maybe you might even have to kind of cut some of it out. I don't know. I'm gonna go do some a little more research before I start doing that. Might tack that side in, at least to give me an idea where I need this one to be, because they did give some measurements from here, the outers, to the outers, and then to the inners, so I think I'll I'll do that and see what happens, but I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. This is actually a few days later from that previous clip, but don't tell anybody. But anyway, yeah, it got really cold the other day, so I had to come inside, and it was cold for the past few days, and today's it feels really good. So I'm back out here working on it. I'm about to make it permanent. I went out and I measured the Gold Jeep, and everything, like the distance from here to here is like an inch greater, and then from here to here is an inch greater. But I went ahead and I'm gonna do it right here. This is how I'm gonna weld it in. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe if I push the axle forward a little bit, it'll the angle of the control arms will change a little bit, and be pushed outwards. I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is gonna work, but I'm welding it in right where these are at. I took my time, measured everything. I measured from distance from here to here on both sides, got it about the same, as close to the same as I could with the tape measure, and then I measured from down here to here on both sides, and I'm liking the measurement, so I'm gonna weld it in here. I wanted to show you though that I decided not to cut out the cast. I'm just gonna weld it like that. I cut quite a bit off because I didn't know how much to cut, so I'm gonna be bridging that gap somehow. make it stronger. And I'm just gonna run a bead here all the way down, a bead on here all the way down. I'm gonna shift over to the other side, kind of let that cool down a little bit. Then I'm gonna come back over. I'm gonna lay another bead up a little bit higher and around on both sides, and then I'm gonna work some more on that side, and then I'll come back and I'll put like another bead, one final bead, because I want there to be a lot of good material and a lot of good blending of this cast and my weld material. So and mixing with this bracket. So I'm going to be paying extra attention to this side, but I'm done with messing with it. It's time to just do it. So let me get to it, and I'll bring you back and show you what I did. All right, we're back. Got it all welded in, all on the inside, outside, best I could, right in there. This side too, all done. Got to clean it up, and then I'll let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll probably hit it with some cleaner and get ready to paint it. Well, actually, I still got something to do. Let's take this off. Still got them guys to do. Those two little brackets. I think I'm going to stick them right there. Something like that. We weld them in, and then we'll be done, I think. Oh no, we won't, because I got to do the buckets. Dang it. One thing after another. You guys down in there. Alright, I better get to it. Alright, I'm back. Welded those on. Looks like crap again, but it'll hold. Yeah, because for some reason I got stuck a little bit on some of the spots, and it wasn't. I had to heat it up. I changed the heat. Went from 3 to 4 just to see. I think my speed went up a little bit. Shouldn't be up that high. Alright, well, I'm gonna go with the middle position on these coil buckets. I think I like it. So I'm gonna make it permanent. I think I'm gonna weld. Just gonna weld around the edge, I think, and then maybe a little bit on the inner part. I'm gonna grab a coil spring and I'll set it up on there and see what I got to work with. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on that and I'll bring you back, and I think then I'll be done. Then I'll be able to paint it all up. Let's double check what's in the box. And these are just for holding the springs on, so don't worry about that. So, alright, bring you back here in a bit. Okay, we're back. I went ahead and I got them all welded on, both sides. Had a spring that I would set up on there to make sure that this was the angles that I wanted, and it was, so I just welded them in. Spring fits on there great. I let it cool down before I washed it off, and now I'm just letting it dry in the sun. Let it dry for a day or so, but before I paint it. Then I'll go ahead and get on this one tomorrow, maybe, or one of these days here soon. So yeah, fun. I'll be able to weld the truss on, but I won't be able to weld the leaf spring perches until I put it up in there, so I can figure out the pinion angle and all that good stuff. But yeah, she's all done. What was I gonna say? There was something I was thinking about. Oh yeah, this won't go in the Jeep right away. I ordered some Johnny joints instead, and so I think I can weld up the kind of tack the Johnny joint housing in, and then in both sides, and then put them together, and that'll be that. Won't have to worry about those bushings going bad or cutting them out. So there it is, almost done. Took a few days, weather and stuff, and but we're getting it. So that's all for this video. I'm gonna go eat, relax. Even though I don't have to work tomorrow, I'm gonna relax and watch a movie or something. But all right, well, until next time, y'all take care now.